Hi Aquarius, welcome to She-ruhz Tarot. Today's read is a general read for the collective of Aquarius. That means anybody that has Aquarius anywhere in their chart, this message is meant for you. It may not necessarily be your personal message, it might be a message for the person sitting next to you that has Aquarius in their chart, but my intent is to get this message directed to you personally. Spirit does like to hijack messages, even though I've placed the intent upon the cards, inquiring what is headed towards you. Spirit may decide to take over the message and provide a completely different message. I will read what Spirit brings forward to you. So if Spirit feels it's more important to hijack the message and deliver a completely different message, that is what will be done. I do want to give you a heads up also that if Spirit does hijack the message, it can be in regards to something from the past that they want you to look at and learn from. If it's in regards to an individual that you're interacting with, depending upon the energies that are how closely knit or intertwined they are, the message can be a little wonky. It can be their intent directed towards you, your intent directed towards them. It can be flip-flopped, and it can be that way throughout the whole read. So I definitely encourage you to pay close attention, apply where appropriate, but I always ask that you don't force this message to fit your situation. You should know if this is your message within the first couple of minutes. It should make you sit up in your seat. It should make you go, whoa. It should make you say, wow, how did she know that? Those kind of things will let you know if this is or is not your message. As well as if you've been with me for a little bit, then you recognize our energies are pretty well on the same level. So if you come back and you watch and you're one of my subscribers, then our energies are pretty well on the same page anyway. So you should recognize this as your message as well, depending upon if our energies are on the same level or not. Now, for anybody that they don't feel that this is your message, I definitely encourage you to go observe your other natal chart zodiacs. They may carry the message that you are seeking. Okay, so we're going to do a quick overview of your message, of the main tarot that is down, and then we'll do some clarification, and then we'll get some further messages from Spirit, and then we'll head towards getting some guidance to see how to handle the situation coming forward. And again, this is what is headed toward you. Before we begin, I would like to ask Spirit to come forward and assist Aquarius in opening their eyes to see, their ears to hear, the heart to feel, and their intuition to discern the message they are about to receive. All right, so your overall energy is the Five of Swords that came out. It came out with everything else. So with the Five of Swords is determination, whether it be a win or taking away from something else, taking away from others, or, just the overall determination to be successful. Can be an extreme conflict because it is a sharp sword. The Five of Wands is a conflict, but you're trying to figure out how to make it work, right? And with the Five of Swords, it is swords, so it's very sharp and edged. So we'll do some clarification to see if we can get a little more information, get a little deeper in regards to that. So the current I'm going to backtrack here. The bottom of the deck is the High Priestess, using our intuition, going within, kind of being secretive and all-knowing within our own being. We know the inner answers. Current energy is Seven of Swords. So it's reevaluating the situation, looking at a different, how to achieve your path differently. And it may not always be in the best of manners. Sometimes it can be deceitful, but we're reevaluating how to be successful. Your thought process is the Emperor. Taking control of a situation and not letting anybody else's insight, thought process, feelings interfere. Desired outcome is to be able to move swiftly forward or to communicate. The obstacles or the challenges is the King of Cups. It's maintaining your emotions and keeping them in check. Can very well be referring to a water element that is your obstacle. But again, we'll do some clarification and see if we can get a little more information on that. And then the possible outcome is the Page of Swords. Watching, learning, and observing so that you can have an understanding. All right. This is pretty widespread here. Well, let's do some clarification and see if we can find out what's going on. Okay, so please clarify the Five of Swords for Aquarius, overall energy. Nine of Swords. Some anxiety, some stress going on there. We have the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So, filling your own cup up, finding your own happiness. Two of Swords is behind that. So, you definitely want to find happiness, to make yourself happy, and find stability, but you're not knowing, you don't know which way to go. You're not able to see the direction in which you should go to be successful. Conflicted within yourself. All right. So please clarify the Seven of Swords, which explains why you're looking at a different path. You're reevaluating. Trying to find balance, harmony, but understanding that there is pain in that direction. Clarify the Emperor? Wow. Okay then. And the Five of Cups fell out sideways. So heading towards having some regret. Feeling frustrated. Where you're denying other probabilities and possibilities. You're heading towards becoming very frustrated in regards to that. Clarify the Eight of Wands for the desire, please. Holding back, huh? Standing your ground. Seven of Wands. To have victory. Six of Wands. Being careful about moving toward a new direction, the Wheel of Fortune. So that's what it is. As you're being possibly overly cautious in regards to your destiny or your calling, change. You know, you're holding back from moving towards that. You don't want to move towards change. Wow, and I'm actually hearing, come hell or high water, I am not going to let things change. Okay, please clarify the King of Cups for the obstacle or challenge for Aquarius. What is headed toward Aquarius, please? Okay. Page of Swords fell out. So, an air element you are controlling your emotions and you're watching everything going on. And moving towards the unknown. But it will lead to your Ten of Cups, a happiness. But you've got to let the divine lead you, the Fool. And it will lead towards celebration and achievements, Three of Cups. And you'll be able to fill your cup up and find happiness, and things will work. It will be what you've called in. The obstacle is you seeing that happening. Clarify the Page of Swords for the possible outcome. There's that Fool. That's my divine card, allowing the divine to lead you. Listening to your inner being and allowing it to guide you. Manifesting your wishes. So, yeah, focusing on what you want and making it come to be. So it's a challenge for you. Similar to Capricorn. Capricorn is afraid to let down the guard, their read I just did, to allow the divine to lead you. And you very well may be tied into that read. And Aquarius, it's the same for you. It's hard to let go of you handling your own life and allowing the divine to take the lead. And it can be very challenging for you to do such. Same with Capricorn. Capricorn's the same way. And sadly, I have Aquarius, Capricorn, and the Sagittarius as well in me. So I completely get where this is going. I understand. But many times I've found allowing my Sagittarius to lead me, and it can be challenging for a Capricorn and Aquarius to allow this to occur, but to allow the divine to lead you, putting your hand in the divine's hand, you can always give them your trust. The divine and the universe will never, ever lead you astray, because all they want is for you to be happy. Now the question is what this is leading toward. Only you know. Only you know what this is leading you towards. But it's another path that will lead you to happiness. So let's see if we can get any further messages for you here. sorry, I was trying to find a show for my daughter because streaming TV just doesn't work out in BFE. It just doesn't work out. So, all right, let's see if we can get some messages for Aquarius. Any further messages from... Oh, well, a little bit here. Little bit. Okay, so speaking your truth, you can move swiftly towards an investment, something that's worth your time. You can move swiftly towards that to have a new beginning as long as you speak your truth and cut away what doesn't serve you and then put forth your efforts into that. Then you will...
All life starts with an egg.
Come from the darkness into the light, allowing the divine to lead you.
The only time I saw my parents
The Fool.
was before I was born.
Okay.
They taught me all about life in seconds.
So that's further messages. How about some guidance on how to go about doing this? How about some guidance for Aquarius?
First,
What is headed toward
eggs
them,
are precious
please?
to all
Some
animals.
guidance for Aquarius. What is headed toward them, please? Holy cow. Okay, I think I need to turn the TV down a little bit. I apologize.
Second,
There we go.
why?
Okay. Some guidance for Aquarius. What is headed toward them, please? Alright. Page of Swords again. That's the third Page of Swords out. Observe for the time for you to make that decision to move toward building on that foundation. So you already have a foundation that's laid. So watch for the proper time to move towards building on that ground. And you'll know when, as long as you allow the divine to lead you. You'll know when. The Emperor. You have an understanding, and you'll know when the time is to begin building. To move towards that so you can build on it. And again, only you know what this is in reference to. It's pretty vague for the reads of what's headed towards you. They're pretty vague, but I'm pretty sure that you personally know what this is in reference to. So with it being a general population and the population being pretty large, it remains as a general message. However, with this general message, I am pretty positive each of you knows exactly what this is in reference to, whether it be a career, a friendship, a relationship. But this is pretty vague for me to be able to pinpoint. The most I can do is help you understand that the divine is waiting for you to take their hand, so that they can lead you towards your happiness, towards your goal of building something stable. All right, Aquarius, with that being your read for today of what is headed towards you, I pray that this message found who it needed to find, been delivered to those that are seeking the information and guidance in regards to what is headed towards you, and that it assisted you in the answers you were seeking. And again, please remember that it is completely up to you to take in this message or to disregard it. That is what free will is about. But I do look forward to next week to see what Spirit has to bring forward for you. Let's have a look and see about the energies that are down in here. Again, remember, the more major arcanas you have, the more the divine and the universe are at work. The more minor arcanas, the more the divine and the universe are sitting on the sidelines waiting for you to make a decision to call them in so that they can help clear your path and make it nice and smooth for you to walk down. So we have you. You've made an appearance, Aquarius.
We'll be lucky this year.
And then Sagittarius. And those are the major arcanas that are down. So with so few major arcanas, that is definitely a statement of the divine and the universe sitting on the sidelines waiting for you to call them in so that they can help you walk down that path. Alright, Aquarius. I look forward to next week to see what Spirit has to bring forward to you. And until then, may all your choices and decisions be blessed.